Have you ever walked into a room and felt the entire energy shift, or noticed how some people seem to command attention without saying a single word? There's something almost magnetic about certain individuals that draws others in, yet simultaneously keeps them at a respectful distance. What you're witnessing isn't just charisma or confidence. It's the manifestation of a powerful aura, something that Carl Jung, the renowned Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, spent his entire career studying through the lens of what he called the collective unconscious and individual psychological presence. Jung once said, "Your vision becomes clear when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." This awakening, this inner clarity, is often the first indicator of someone whose aura radiates with unusual strength. But here's what most people don't realize. Having a powerful aura isn't about being the loudest person in the room or demanding attention through grand gestures. It's something far more subtle, far more profound, and often far more unsettling to those around you. Today, we're going to explore 7 unmistakable signs that your aura carries an energy that sets you apart from everyone else. These aren't just personality traits or social behaviors. They're deep psychological markers that Jung identified as characteristics of individuals who have tapped into something greater than their everyday consciousness. If you recognize these signs in yourself, you might be someone whose presence affects others in ways you've never fully understood. The first sign that your aura is extraordinarily powerful is that people are immediately drawn to you, yet they also feel inexplicably intimidated by your presence. This isn't about physical attractiveness or social status. It's about the energy you emanate that touches something deep within others' psyches. Jung referred to this phenomenon when he discussed the concept of the numinous, that sense of encountering something beyond ordinary experience that evokes both fascination and fear. You've probably noticed this pattern throughout your life. Strangers approach you with their deepest secrets, confessions, and problems, often within minutes of meeting you. They seem compelled to share parts of themselves they rarely reveal to anyone, as if your presence gives them permission to be vulnerable. Yet paradoxically, these same people often maintain a certain distance from you. They're drawn to your energy, but simultaneously aware that you see through facades and pretenses in ways that make them uncomfortable. This dual reaction occurs because your aura operates on frequencies that most people only access in dreams or moments of deep introspection. Jung believed that certain individuals serve as bridges between the conscious and unconscious realms, and your presence activates parts of others' psyches that usually remain dormant. When people encounter this type of energy, they instinctively recognize its power, even if they can't articulate what they're experiencing. The second sign reveals itself in your relationship with solitude. While most people fear being alone with their thoughts, you not only crave solitude but actually become more energized by it. This isn't simple introversion. It's something Jung called the transcendent function, where periods of isolation allow you to access deeper layers of consciousness and return to social interactions with renewed clarity and purpose. Jung wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." For individuals with powerful auras, solitude isn't an escape from the world. It's where they connect with their authentic selves and recharge their spiritual batteries. During these periods alone, you likely experience profound insights, creative breakthroughs, or moments of clarity that seem to come from nowhere. Your aura draws its strength from these deep wells of inner knowing, and others can sense this depth even when you're not consciously expressing it. This relationship with solitude also means you're comfortable with silence in ways that make others uncomfortable. You don't feel the need to fill every pause in conversation or constantly stimulate your mind with external distractions. This comfort with emptiness and quiet creates a space around you that others find both peaceful and slightly unnerving, as if your presence reminds them of depths within themselves they've forgotten how to access. The third sign manifests in your ability to sense things about people and situations that aren't immediately obvious to others. You walk into a room and immediately pick up on tensions, unspoken conflicts, or hidden emotions that everyone else seems to miss. This isn't just keen observation, it's what Jung called introverted intuition, a psychological function that perceives possibilities and meanings beneath the surface of immediate reality. Your powerful aura acts like a radar system, picking up on energetic information that most people's conscious minds filter out. You might find yourself knowing when someone is lying, sensing when a relationship is about to end, or feeling uneasy about situations that appear perfectly normal to everyone else. These intuitive hits often prove accurate, sometimes weeks or months later, confirming that your aura was detecting real information that your logical mind couldn't initially process. Jung emphasized that intuition is perception via the unconscious, and individuals with powerful auras often have highly developed access to this unconscious perception. This ability can be both a gift and a burden, as you're constantly processing information that others remain blissfully unaware of. It's why you might feel emotionally drained after social gatherings or need extra time to process experiences that seem straightforward to others. The fourth sign appears in how animals and small children react to you. Both groups are naturally sensitive to energy and haven't learned to suppress their intuitive responses the way adults have. If you notice that animals are immediately comfortable with you, seeking out your presence, even when they're typically shy or aggressive, it's because your aura radiates a frequency that they recognize as safe and nurturing. Similarly, children often gravitate toward you with an openness they don't show to other adults. They seem to trust you instinctively and often behave more calmly in your presence. Jung noted that children live closer to the unconscious realm than adults, and they can sense when someone's energy is aligned with deeper truths rather than social pretenses. This phenomenon occurs because powerful auras carry what Jung called authentic being, energy that hasn't been distorted by ego defenses or social conditioning. Animals and children respond to this authenticity because it feels familiar and safe to their natural state of being. Your presence reminds them of an unconditional acceptance that allows them to be themselves without fear of judgment or manipulation. The fifth sign reveals itself in your dreams and synchronicities. If your aura is particularly powerful, your unconscious mind is likely more active and communicative than average. You probably experience vivid, meaningful dreams that provide guidance or insights into your waking life. These aren't random neural firings during sleep. They're communications from what Jung called the collective unconscious, offering wisdom and direction that your conscious mind alone couldn't access. Additionally, you likely notice an unusual number of synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly timed to be random. You think of someone moments before they call, repeatedly encounter the same symbols or numbers during significant life transitions, or find that books, conversations, or experiences provide exactly the information you need precisely when you need it. Jung wrote, "Synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see." Your powerful aura creates a stronger connection to the underlying patterns and connections that govern reality, making you more susceptible to these meaningful coincidences. It's as if your energy field interacts with the fabric of existence in ways that create bridges between your inner world and external events. The sixth sign manifests in your relationship with traditional authority and social hierarchies. You likely have difficulty respecting authority based solely on position or title, instead responding only to genuine wisdom, authenticity, and earned respect. This isn't rebelliousness for its own sake. It's an inability to submit to power structures that don't align with deeper truths or values. Jung observed that individuals connected to their authentic power often challenge existing systems simply by being themselves. Your aura carries an energy of sovereignty that doesn't recognize artificial hierarchies based on fear, manipulation, or social conditioning. This can make you appear threatening to those whose authority depends on others' unconscious compliance, rather than genuine leadership. You probably find yourself questioning rules, traditions, and social expectations that others accept without examination. This isn't because you're contrarian, but because your powerful aura naturally aligns with truth and authenticity, making it difficult to conform to systems that operate through pretense or coercion. Your very presence can inspire others to question their own automatic compliance with authorities they've never truly examined. The seventh, and perhaps most significant sign, is your ability to remain centered during chaos and crisis. When others panic, you often become calmer and more focused. This isn't emotional detachment. It's access to what Jung called the transcendent function, allowing you to rise above immediate circumstances and access a broader perspective that reveals solutions and possibilities others can't see. Your powerful aura acts as an anchor during turbulent times, not just for yourself, but for others around you. People instinctively look to you during crises because they sense your connection to something stable and enduring beneath the surface chaos. You might not even realize you're providing this stabilizing influence, but others feel it and are drawn to your energy when their own foundations feel shaky. Jung wrote, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This capacity to maintain your essential self, regardless of external circumstances, is one of the most profound indicators of a powerful aura. You've learned to source your identity and stability from internal rather than external references, creating an energetic presence that remains consistent regardless of changing conditions. This centeredness often develops through having navigated significant challenges or losses that forced you to find strength you didn't know you possessed. Your aura carries the energy of someone who has walked through fire and emerged not unscathed, but transformed. Others can sense this depth of experience and the wisdom it has created, even if they don't know the specific details of your journey. But here's what Jung would want you to understand about having a powerful aura. It's not about superiority or being special in the conventional sense. It's about responsibility. When your energy affects others this profoundly, you have an obligation to use that influence consciously and ethically. Jung emphasized that with great power comes great responsibility, though he expressed it as the need for individuals with unusual psychological gifts to serve something greater than their personal desires. Your powerful aura is ultimately meant to serve not just your own growth and awakening, but the collective evolution of consciousness. Whether you realize it or not, your presence helps others access parts of themselves they've forgotten or suppressed. You serve as a reminder of what's possible when someone lives authentically and remains connected to deeper sources of wisdom and truth. This can feel like a heavy burden at times, especially when you realize how profoundly your energy affects others. You might struggle with the responsibility of being seen in ways that feel exposing or overwhelming. Jung understood this challenge, writing, "The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. Having a powerful aura often means you can't hide in the crowd or avoid being noticed, even when you'd prefer anonymity." The key to wielding a powerful aura responsibly lies in what Jung called individuation, the process of becoming consciously aware of your psychological wholeness and learning to integrate all aspects of your personality, including those parts you'd rather deny or ignore. This process requires tremendous courage because it means acknowledging not just your gifts and strengths, but also your shadows and limitations. Your powerful aura becomes a blessing rather than a burden when you learn to channel its energy consciously. This means developing discernment about when to engage your full presence and when to dial it back, learning to respect others' readiness to receive what your energy offers, and understanding that your influence comes with the responsibility to use it for healing rather than harm. Jung believed that certain individuals are called to serve as bridges between different levels of consciousness, helping to bring wisdom from deeper realms into ordinary awareness. If you recognize these 7 signs in yourself, you may be one of these bridge builders, someone whose aura carries frequencies that can help others remember their own forgotten depths and possibilities. The path of having a powerful aura isn't always easy. You'll face misunderstanding from those who can't comprehend your way of being, loneliness that comes from seeing reality differently than most people, and the constant challenge of remaining authentic in a world that often rewards conformity over truth. But Jung would remind you that this path, difficult as it may be, is also the most meaningful one you could walk. As Jung wrote in his final years, the meeting of 2 personalities is like the contact of 2 chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. Your powerful aura ensures that few encounters in your life are casual or meaningless. Whether others realize it or not, their contact with your energy changes them, often in ways that don't become apparent until much later. This transformative power of your presence is perhaps the greatest gift and responsibility that comes with having a powerful aura. Use it wisely, use it consciously, and remember that in a world increasingly disconnected from authentic being, your energy serves as a beacon, reminding others of what it means to be truly alive and awake. The recognition of your powerful aura is just the beginning of a deeper journey toward understanding your place in the larger tapestry of human consciousness. Jung spent his entire career mapping these deeper territories of the psyche, and his work remains one of the most valuable guides for those called to explore the profound mysteries of authentic being and psychological wholeness.